Hi girlies, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do a continuation of my birthday haul. So in my previous video, you guys saw me unboxing some gorgeous jewelry pieces, some diamond pieces. That video was dedicated to pieces that I personally got, and then today's video is going to be all about the gifts I received from family and friends this year. I am so grateful for all the gifts that I received this year. I'm so grateful to be surrounded by people who love me and people who cherish these days that I want to celebrate with. And perhaps me sharing my little tidbits will help inspire any of you who need to get gifts for your loved ones as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And actually, the very first item that I'm going to share with you guys is too big to even fit on this screen, but it is my brand new golf set. So Matthew this year was so nice, which I feel like also this is kind of a gift for him because he's been getting back into golf. So this year he got both of us fitted for our clubs. So this is my custom club set. The fitting was so long. It took like 3.5 hours and my hands were like bleeding after because I have not golfed in quite some time, guys. So honestly, I don't know if the fitting, like the timing of the fitting was great because I'm still getting like my swing back. I think the last time I actually regularly played golf was in 2021. So I'm still kind of like getting back into, you know, remembering everything, but I am so excited with these clubs. For those of you girlies who do enjoy golf, I think that you guys understand the feeling of having just like a brand new set. And honestly, after hitting with these for a couple of times now since I got them, they had to be ordered, so it did take a bit of time and I only recently picked them up. It has honestly been a game changer, especially in my irons, I feel like. So if you guys do have the time, energy, and budget to get some new clubs, it could be a great gift to receive or to give to someone. Okay, but let me tell you a little bit about the clubs that I actually got, just in case you are into golf. If you're not, just feel free to skip over this. So first up, I want to show my Titleist bag. I'll put some pictures on the screen because obviously it's very hard to show, but this is one of the Titleist bags that I really love to carry. I got this back in 2021, so this is like a pink and white color. I feel like you could probably still order this color, but recently they dropped a like pastel blue color in the same design as this bag, and oh my god, I really wanted to get it, but I know that it's like wasteful because this bag is like in really good condition still since I haven't used it in a while. So I still have to use this bag, but if it gets worn down from me hitting on the course a lot, then, you know, I'll get the blue one. But I really love this bag in particular. It's got all the right compartments. I never feel like it's not enough space, and I always know exactly where to find everything. Like my balls go somewhere, my tees go somewhere, my hair ties, my I don't know, impact sticker, my extra gloves, like all that stuff fits perfectly in here, my pens, all that good stuff. So it's definitely big enough to hold all your clubs if you want, but obviously if you are just gonna go hit a par 3, you don't have to include everything, but I do like that it has the option to have enough space for everything, but at the same time, it's not bulky at all. It's really easy to walk the course with this particular bag. I also really love that I have a little place to hold my little charm. So I actually did get this crybaby for my birthday. One of my friends gifted me a little crybaby blind box, and this is the exact one I wanted to pull. It is so freaking cute. And then I have my little Jolly Cat white heart one here as well. I feel like I'm going to continue to add more because they're just so cute. I mean, this crybaby is honestly perfect for my bag since it is pink and white. Okay, but enough about the bag. Let's get into the clubs super quickly. Okay, so let's start with the driver. So I got a tailor-made driver. This is the QI35. I mean, just look how gorgeous this driver is. I absolutely love the aesthetic of this driver, and I have to admit, guys, do not judge me, but when I was getting fitted for my driver, my fitter was actually telling me that a Callaway driver probably suited me a little bit better. I was just generally hitting better with that Callaway driver for some reason. The TaylorMade wasn't like super far behind, but like statistically when you do get fitted, they show you all the stats, like how the accuracy, the distance, and everything. And I was like, oh, should I just get the Callaway driver because statistically I'm hitting better with it? And then my fitter was like, you know, I always recommend getting the club that you hit best with, but ultimately it's up to you. And I do feel like not only for me, but for a decent amount of people, the aesthetic portion of golf is a big driving factor of why people like to play. And so he was like, you know, if this driver is really speaking to you, like get this one. So ultimately I did end up getting this TaylorMade one, and this is a highly recommended driver as well. Obviously TaylorMade is a super respected golf club company, and the driver was the only one that I chose for aesthetic purposes. So I thought, like, you know, it's okay. I can grow into this driver. I can learn to hit this driver. I'm gonna take lessons to brush up on everything. And since this one is so highly recommended by other professionals, I thought it couldn't be a bad decision. Matthew also gifted me this driver cover head. It's supposed to be a Shiba Inu, and he got us a set to match with, but honestly, I feel like it's a little like scary. I don't know. I think it looks really cute on his bag because his is like an all black bag and this head little pops out and looks really cute. I don't know if it matches with the aesthetic of my golf bag though, so I'm gonna think about it. He keeps pressuring me to put it on, so I might just end up putting it on whenever we go golfing together. Okay, so moving down the clubs, I'm going to be showing you a hybrid that I ended up getting. So I didn't end up getting fitted for any woods because I actually just like ran out of time. So I may go back and get some woods, but honestly, I don't really love woods. I always hit best with my irons, I feel like, or my hybrids, so I love sticking to these. So this one is actually a GT Titleist hybrid. This is a GT1. So this one is actually a 5 hybrid, and I chose to get this one because I actually don't particularly like to hit with an iron longer than a 7 iron. For some reason, that's just like something that I personally prefer. I always find that post 7 iron, if I hit with a hybrid, I always get a lot more distance. So this is obviously a game changer for me when I'm hitting longer courses, and I just hit super well with this one. And I do love the fact that these hybrids can be adjusted depending on if you need it adjusted later down the line, if your swing changes a little bit. So definitely one of my favorite clubs as well. Next up are my irons. So for my iron set, I got 6 irons together in a set. I got my 7, 8, 9 approach, pitching, and gap wedge, and these are the Callaway Elite Max Fast. Again, for women's clubs, there's not like a huge range of selection that I was able to choose from. I mainly came down to this Callaway club, and I believe they're called Xixio, like Xixio. I'll double check the spelling, but that is a Japanese brand that is also really popular amongst women. The main driving factor for why I like them is the clubs are quite light. I personally just prefer lighter clubs. I just feel like they're a little bit easier to swing for me, so that's what I kind of look for when I am doing my fitting. It just happened that the aesthetic once again looked really good because I do really think that the club head is super clean looking. It's quite angled and thin from the top, so when you're looking down on it, it has a really sleek profile. The shaft this year was made by Mitsubishi. Last year they had a white and blue version of this, which it's a shame that they don't have it anymore. This year they changed it to green to update it to match their new driver this year. And then for all of my grips, I chose to go for the Golf Pride grips here. So these Golf Pride grips have really good reviews, and I do really like the feel in my hands. They're grippy enough without being just like overly kind of gross and sticky. And then for my irons in particular, I did get the Align Plus or Align something. So actually in the back of my grips, you can see that there's a slightly elevated red ridge here, and that's supposed to help a little bit with your grip alignment. It's supposed to help with making sure that your grip is the same each time, because I am trying to change up my grip a little bit this year to get a little bit more control on my club face. So it's actually been helping a lot. I feel like at the range lately, I have been hitting excellently with my irons. I do absolutely love these. I do feel like they are a forgiving club. So once again, if you are a girly who is looking to get a new golf set, I cannot recommend the Callaways enough. I just feel like they're all around a really solid club. Moving on to my wedges. Now, I do feel like out of all the things that I bought, the wedges are either number 1 or number 2. I do really like my hybrid. I mean, I really like everything, honestly, but actually my wedges could be number 1. So I ended up getting the Voki wedges. These are by Titleist. These are extremely highly reviewed, highly rated, and they just feel so incredible. And if I'm talking about my golf game, my strongest suit in golf is actually my approach. I feel like my pitching is really strong, and then it comes putting, and then it comes like fairway, I would say, and then it comes to my drive. My drive is by far my worst shot in my opinion, and I love my approach and my pitching. So these Voki wedges are an absolute dream. So I ended up getting a 56 and a 60 wedge. For both of them, I got a bounce of 10. I prefer like the closer contact to the ground personally. I just feel like it helps me just like get under the ball like a little bit easier. Maybe just wishful thinking, but the club face and the shaft and the grip also just fit with the aesthetic of the rest of my bag. It's always, you know, you always gotta think about it. Obviously, it's not that important, but for me, I do like it when things match inside of my bag. So it's not a huge factor, but it is something that I do like to consider. And then lastly is my putter. So I ended up getting a tailor-made putter. This is one of their spider putters because I think they have a couple of different designs for this one. This one is the Spider Ghost. The putter was actually a bit of a difficult decision for me because before this, I'd always used a blade instead of a mallet. This is a mallet, and I had a lot of bit of toe hang on my previous putter, whereas my fitter was saying that maybe for me, because I have a relatively kind of straight back and forth, I have a little bit of curve to it. He was saying that I should go for a club that has maybe like a little bit of toe hang, but majorly way less than what my current club was giving me. And then I definitely feel more steady with the mallet. I do really like the blade still because I'm used to it. I'm still getting used to this putter because the mallet does feel different when you do it in the back and forth. But generally, I do feel like every time that I hit with this putter, it does give me a bit more solid contact. It gives me a lot more stability in my hands, moving like back and forth. So yeah, I'm excited to continue using this, continue to get more practice out of it. But overall, I do really like this putter. And Matthew also got a very similar putter. It is a spider, but it's like the black version. It's not the ghost. It's like maybe like the Tor or something like that. That one I feel like is pretty much the same, but Matthew is a lefty golfer, which is actually really interesting. So when we were both getting fitted, lefty golfers have a lot less choice and female golfers have a lot less choice than a regular male right-handed golfer. Like, golf is definitely like a right-handed man's sport, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I do feel like we both got the clubs that we really wanted. I got my Callaway set, Matthew got, I think he pretty much got like a full Titleist set or something like that. And so personally, we have really been enjoying going to the range together, golfing together, because I think as a couple, it is really important to indulge in each other's hobbies, to make sure that you're able to go out and do something outside the house that you can do together. You can kind of work on yourselves together. And so Matthew really likes golf. He likes the social aspect of golf as well. I have so many friends who golf as well. I think at my age, kind of, which kind of feels weird to say, I'm not old, but I do feel like definitely in my late 20s, a lot of my friends pick up golf as kind of like their social recreational hobby. And so it's really easy that on the weekends, the way you hang out with people is just to go golfing. And so I'm really enjoying it because a lot of my friends who golf right now are majority male, but a lot of my girlfriends are also starting to take lessons for the first time, starting to get into golf. So I'm really hoping that I get like a nice group of girls to go out golfing with, because I think the course dynamic is definitely a lot more different when you're golfing majority of girls instead of a majority of guys. So really looking forward to that. But I am so grateful to Matthew to gift me these super, super, super nice clubs. I mean, I am over the moon about these. They definitely motivate me to go and use them as much as possible. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on my golf game if you guys are interested, but it'll be really fun taking lessons together, going to the course together, getting closer with our friends. So honestly, there are so many good things to look forward to with this new set of clubs. Next up, just really briefly continuing the topic of sports. So I got a new pair of half chaps because, as you guys know, my two major forms of physical activity are horseback riding and golf. So golf, obviously, we just talked about. And then riding, I actually bought myself a good number of things earlier in the year because I kickstarted my riding again in January. So I didn't really need anything. I do prefer riding in my tall boots because they're already broken in and they're super, super, super comfortable. I absolutely love the tall boots that I ride in. I do ride in Ariat tall boots, but as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but it is quite rainy in the area oftentimes, especially during the winter. It gets really, really rainy, and especially where I ride, there's a lot of like dirt tracks and things like that. So it is a little bit more like mud heavy, I would say. And since my tall boots are a little bit on the nicer side, I don't always want to like trudge through mud in them. So I did think that it would be great to get a pair of half chaps. So this year, my brother was so kind to gift me a little bit of cash actually to help offset some costs of lessons, because I've been spending a good chunk of cash on lessons these days. And then also a little pair of half chaps that I can wear with my paddock boots. I probably won't pull them out like all too often just because, again, it's just easy. And I feel like the tall boots that I do ride in right now, they're just going to be like my practice ones, and I will eventually get a new pair if I want to start showing later down the line. So don't really mind, but I do think it's always great to have some kind of backup casual pair of boots to, you know, hack in or trail ride in or whatever. So super happy with these. They're really comfortable. They fit really well. I think that the interior as well has a really good leather feel, so I don't think that it should feel any different really than the boots that I ride in. Okay, so that concludes the sports section of today's video. I'm so sorry if that was boring to you, but I do want to take the time because I feel like gifts that I get for like my birthday and other stuff do also share a good amount of my personality with you guys, like what I enjoy and all that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy just learning a little bit about me and my excitement about all these things. But we're gonna move on to the stuff behind me. So super exciting. So I guess we can just start with this little little box here. So this one of them I got for myself, and then one of them actually Matthew's mom gifted to me, which was so sweet. So we'll start with the one Matthew's mom gifted to me. So this is the Delina perfume for your hair, and oh my god, if you guys know the actual perfume that's really popular from Delina, it's like this beautiful kind of like hourglass pink perfume that's covered in like this silicone pink cover. It's got a little tassel on it, and I love Delina because their logo does have these little horses on it. So adorable. I was really close to getting the actual perfume like a couple years ago when I was looking for a new one, but I usually get gifted perfumes as well, like kind of throughout the year. And for me personally, I just wear one perfume until it's out, and I don't have super strong preferences on smell as long as it's not super overpowering and it's got a little bit of floral notes. So personally for me, I've just kind of been using whatever is on hand, and I don't actively seek out to grow my perfume collection. I think maybe these days I will, because actually Matthew is very into cologne. He's got quite a big collection himself. But for me right now, my main perfumes that I am wearing are like a diptyque perfume. I really like the rose one. I use that Hermes currently, like the rose Hermes is my absolute favorite go-to right now. And then actually for my perfume, I'm using this Hermes one. I'll pop the name up on the screen. That one also smells really good if you are looking for a new perfume. Okay, so let's open her up. I'm so excited because I was just about to refill my Diptyque Rose Hair Mist, but now I can just use this. Ugh, and the packaging is so freaking cute. So let me just spray some into my hair right now because I'm going out in just a bit. That smells so delicious. It's actually got quite of a sweet smell to it, but not overpowering at all. And I definitely feel like this is a type of scent that would last in your hair for quite some time, because one caveat with the Diptyque hair perfume I feel like is actually that it doesn't last for very long. I feel like I smell really good in the first couple of hours and then I really can't notice it later down the line. Maybe that's because that's a hair mist. This one is actually called a hair perfume, so maybe it's because the perfume, there's different levels of concentration, I feel like, with different labels on the perfume. So perhaps this one is a little bit more concentrated because it does smell really nice, really light and refreshing. So I am so excited to completely use up this bottle. If you are also into hair mists or hair perfumes, I would definitely highly recommend this one. It is not only so pretty, it can make a great gift, smells absolutely delicious, and I will definitely let you know when this becomes an empty for me. Next up is something that is a limited edition from Chanel that came out recently. So this is a Chanel travel perfume for Coco Mademoiselle, and if you can see the back, it is like their special like travel perfume holder that has this adorable pearl and gold chain. As soon as I saw, I snatched it up. And oh my god, let's open it together. So for things that are kind of like really popular off the get-go or have a tendency to sell out, you will often see on the actual website, like for example, the Chanel website, that it will be sold out really quickly. But I would really recommend checking out Macy's, because I actually got this off of Macy's. I find that even if it's sold out on the actual website, Macy's always has it in stock. So even for this one, it was on Macy's. I believe it's still on Macy's. And then there's also recently Dior released like their Mother's Day collection, which has a super cute kit that has like a Dior pouch that is kind of like a raffia embroidered pouch, and it's so cute. That one is also like sold out on the Dior website, but it's available on the Macy's website, so definitely check both if you find that it's sold out on the website, because it's probably available somewhere else. So this is what it looks like out the box. So you get 2 refills, you get the actual travel case, and then you get the cute little charm here. So let's put it all together. Oh, so it's actually great because there's actually 2 refills. The ones that you saw were actually refills. This does have its own perfume in it already, but all you need to do is twist and then it pops up. You can spray your perfume, and how freaking cute is this little chain? Like, oh my gosh, I've seen people hang this off of their bags, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh. I have another really cute travel perfume that Dior makes. It's like the slightly bigger, and it's kind of like a raffia case, which I also really like Dior perfumes as well. But I think this one is a much better travel size because it's actually way more compact and smaller than the Dior one that I have. You can easily take it out of this case if you don't really want to use it. But obviously the case is what makes it so freaking cute. The case is also magnetic, so you don't have to be scared that like this might pop out of this case. So when I slide it in, it just clicks into place. and now I can like wave it around and it's good to go. So I'm gonna try to accessorize it on my bag and report back. I think this would look so pretty on not only my Chanel bag, but also like my Dior DJoy, since it's like white with the gold hardware. So freaking cute. So if you have any friends who love perfume or love scent in general, not only is the Delina Hermes a perfect one to gift, but also this Coco Mademoiselle. This one is limited edition, like I said. So if you are interested in this one, now is the time to get it. Okay, next up are some gifts that some of my best friends give to me. Every year we have a trio of girlfriends that we've been so close since the beginning of high school. So every time one of our birthdays comes up, the other two girls will join and think and collaborate together on what to get the other girl. So this year I got this beautiful, first of all, little Shiba charm. Oh, isn't this so cute? It's a little crocheted Shiba charm and it's a keychain, so that's absolutely perfect. As you guys know, I absolutely love bag chains. We're gonna get into like bag charms in just a second, but the gift is actually not from Cezanne, but the bag was so cute that they used it for their gift. But I got a grab bag of items that is so cute. And actually this little croquet charm was from Taiwan because my friend recently just got back from Taiwan and that's where she got a lot of my gifts. So gift number one is so perfect for summer. It is the most cutest little crop top from Maison Kitsune. It has the most adorable little gray fox right in the middle. And oh, I'm so excited to wear this. I love just like a simple crop top to wear in the summer. I really love Maison Kitsune because obviously their logo is a fox. Bori looks just like a fox, and I have several other Maison Kitsune pieces. Anytime I go to Korea specifically, I like to try and buy Maison Kitsune just because the prices are slightly better over there. But how freaking cute is this? It is right up my alley, a neutral little crop top with the most cutest little fox on it. So excited to wear this and so thankful for it. Next up, I was gifted these very famous pineapple cakes because obviously you cannot leave Taiwan without getting some pineapple cakes. I've actually never had these ones, but these are from Sunny Hill. The packaging is so adorable, so let's try one right now. This is what they look like inside. Definitely very different from the other like super popular one that I've had before. Absolutely adorable. And I've only been able to visit Taiwan once before in 2019, so I really hope to go again because it was really, really fun, and I do want to go to Taiwan like not in peak summer because oh my god, was it so hot. I feel like I wasn't even able to enjoy a lot of the things because it was so hot in Taiwan. So I would definitely love to go in the winter time, but here is my block of a pineapple cake, so let's try it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. It is so deliciously like dense but moist at the same time. The pineapple also has a really good consistency and it's not super sweet. And I have to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of pineapple cakes. I never have been the biggest fan of pineapple cakes, but this one is actually so good. So if you are looking for a really good pineapple cake to bring back as a gift if you're traveling somewhere close to Taiwan, definitely Sunny Hills. Oh my god, it is so good. I'm definitely gonna ask my friends to bring back more next time they do visit. And then lastly, I did get some really cute skincare items. So first off, I got some Le Labo travel size items, and I absolutely love travel size items because I'm definitely the type of person to want to just pop these tiny little things into my bags. The smaller the better because I just want to like have it as tiny as possible so it can fit into any bag possible. I can just use it up and then obviously replace it. So I'm very excited to be able to just pop these in. I got a cute little face mist, which honestly is going to be so great because I am traveling to Asia this summer, so this is going to be a must. I got some hand cream and also a cute little lip balm, so all really useful things. And then next is something I've never seen before. So this is called Tokobo. It is a Vita glazed lip mask. The packaging is very cutesy and floral, so let's open her up. I think this is actually a Korean brand because it does have Korean on the back of it. Oh my god, is it the cutest packaging ever? Oh my god, it looks like a little honey pot, but with a delicious cherry red flavor in it. So like I said, this is the Tokobo Vita Glazed Lip Mask. It also states like what's inside of it. So it says it has Vita Skin E, olive oil, and pomegranate oleoactive. So I'm going to be super excited to try this one out. I think this will be great to just wear at night before I go to sleep. It comes with a little scooper, so it's easy to apply onto your lips, but so sweet. Oh my gosh, I've never heard of this brand and I absolutely love learning about new brands, trying new brands. I'm always super down to try anything at least once. If it doesn't work out, that's totally fine, but I do feel like the fun of makeup and beauty and fashion, all that stuff, is to be able to try new things and see what fits. So next up is another super thoughtful gift from one of my girlfriends. So it is a 2-part gift, and as you guys know, I've been getting into golf. She is also one of the girls who is trying to get into golf as well. So the first thing that she gifted me was the cutest sleeveless Malbon top. Let me pull her out. This is what it looks like. It is so stinking cute. I will try to put it on and model it for you guys because it is actually the cutest thing possible. It's made out of really nice stretchy performance fabric that is definitely sweat wicking, so that's going to be perfect for the summer. It's sleeveless, so I'm gonna grate that great sleeveless tan. Has the cutest little button-up collar here, and then obviously Malbon is popping off in popularity these days as a golf apparel brand. Everything they have is super cute, and it's definitely a little bit on the pricier side, I feel like, especially for some of their items, but I would say it's kind of like around Lululemon price, maybe a little bit more expensive, but everything they have is so cute. This is actually my very first Malbon clothing item, and after I saw this, I immediately jumped onto the website to see what other things that I could find. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. There are a couple things in my cart waiting, but I'm going to wait a little bit because I will be going to Korea very soon, and Korea is like the nation for cute golf apparel. They have like floors dedicated in every single shopping mall you go to, just dedicated to like women's golf apparel. So I'm going to check that out first because I don't want to get too many clothes or else I like won't know what to do with them, but I'm so excited to pull this out on the course. I mean, just think about the pictures I can take in this. And then the last thing that she gifted me, which is also golf related, is the cutest hat ever. And so she's such a thoughtful friend because I saw her wearing this when we went to a trip to LA together, and I was like, oh my god, where did you get that hat? Because it's so stinking cute. It is this beautiful kind of like minty green color. It has a really cute like moon and leaf design up here, but the kicker is in the back because it has this really pretty elastic detailing back here. So it's actually meant for like high ponytails up here, or you can have a low ponytail down here. It's really convenient for people who like to wear their hair up or for people who are exercising. And the cap is by the brand Blog Elades, and I didn't actually know about this brand previous to seeing my friend wear the cap, but it's made by a social media influencer. I think she is. I actually don't know her name, but she created her own kind of like athleisure brand. I'm so excited to wear this. I do love wearing hats on the golf course because, you know, you got to protect your face from the sun a little bit. So I think the color is super cute. It's really neutral. It's really summery. And once again, this cap plus the shirt, ultimate combo. Next up are a pair of New Balance shoes. And there is a little bit of lore to these shoes in particular, but let me show you them first. Honestly, they are the cutest pair of New Balance sneakers that I personally have ever laid my eyes on. They are in this beautiful kind of like retro suede design. So you have like this suede kind of layering over like this mesh fabric. On the side, you have the cutest New Balance logo in the most perfect shade of blue that I love. It's like almost like a, I don't know, like a periwinkle blue. I don't know exactly how to describe it. They definitely give kind of like Margiela looks because, as you guys know, the Margiela, is it the replica sneakers? I forget exactly what the name is. Matthew has a pair, but if you kind of looked at it from up top without looking at much else, I do feel like they really give off that Margiela look. And then we have a really thin kind of tongue here, the white laces. In the back also, the tread goes all the way kind of up. And these are so comfortable. Like, I cannot stress how comfortable these shoes are. They have a little bit of a heel, as you can see, like it's barely, but I do feel like anything with like an elevated heel makes any shoe just that much more comfortable. It's also really form-fitting to my feet in particular, and it's really lightweight. So actually, when I got these, I got them in my true size, which is a 7.5. Sometimes I do feel like I kind of bounce between a 7.5 and an 8, but I did end up going for these in my regular size 7.5. And when I first put them on with like a slightly thicker pair of socks, I did feel like it was a little bit tight the very first time I wore them, but then every subsequent time that I've worn them, and I've actually worn these out so much already, they feel so comfortable. They've already stretched out to conform to my foot perfectly. So if you are looking for like the most comfortable pair of casual walking shoes. I would highly, highly, highly recommend these New Balances. So these are called the New Balance 741. I believe they're like a re-release of like a retro version that they might have had in the past. And actually the reason that I really wanted to get these sneakers was because they have been popping off on the little Redbook app or Xiaohongshu. I've seen them so many times, and they've been popping off in China because China has a limited edition version of these in which you get these beautiful like two-tone laces that you can kind of like lace up. And the reasoning for that, or what everyone is saying, is like what it looks like is it looks really like the New Balance Miu Miu collab, except for these were only $99, whereas the Miu Miu version is like, I don't know, a little under $1,000 or somewhere around that price point. So I saw those get released in China early with the special edition laces. I absolutely fell in love. So I was super excited for when they released in America, because they released maybe like a month later. I don't exactly remember. But to my dismay, only China has those laces. Not even Taiwan, not even Japan. Korea's not even selling this style of shoe, so obviously America's not going to give me those special laces. So honestly, I think it's really clean with the white laces that it does come with, but I have considered custom making the laces so that I can achieve the same look, because what is really cute about those laces in particular is that it's not just the color of the laces that matches like the end of the shoe, but it also has like contrast New Balance logoing all across the laces, which is very reminiscent of what the Miu Miu sneakers looked like. So I'm either going to custom make the laces because I'm a little crazy, or when I go to Korea, I will try to just import them from China because it should be cheaper that way. So one of the two I feel like is going to happen, because honestly, at the rate that I'm wearing these shoes, I wouldn't be surprised if I just wore them to death. And so then if I buy them again in Korea with the right laces, I can just like swap them out when they're done. But I didn't just get a pair of my own shoes, but Matthew also got a pair, so I think this is the cutest little couple shoe available. And again, they're so affordable. They're only $99, so I feel like if you are looking for a cute couple shoe, I would, again, highly recommend these. Not only are they comfortable, I do feel like they're really stylish. Maybe it's just me, but I do feel like this suede look is so trendy these days, so I really like them. And how cute are they together? And even though there is like a slight pop of color, which I personally enjoy, Matthew's not super into, I think, like the blue end, but from the top you really can't see, and a lot of the times the pants honestly cover the end anyways, whereas if you do want them to be a little bit on display, I can wear these with the shorts, I can wear them with the skirt. I think Matthew will generally just wear these probably with long pants, so either way I think they are suitable for everyone. Here is the information in case any of you guys needed it, but this is for Matthew because he got a 10.5. I already threw away my box because I've been wearing them like crazy, but I do see those shoes quickly becoming like my favorite shoe of 2025, honestly. So at the end of the year, I'll give you guys an update. Next up are some pieces that I am so excited about. So they are 3 beautiful items from the Japanese lab-grown diamond brand Sakura Hoseki. So you guys have heard me talk about Sakura Hoseki multiple times. As you guys know, last year when I went to Japan, I just happened to chance upon this brand. I bought my beautiful little diamond tennis bracelet from them that I've been wearing daily with my Tiffany hardware bracelet, and again, love, love, love. I also wear this eternity ring almost daily as well. Again, their pieces, if you're talking about like daily pieces that are lightweight, durable, super easy to wear, Sakura Hoseki is always my go-to brand. And as I mentioned before, I am just so happy. I just coincidentally happened upon this brand when I visited. Like if the yen wasn't so low, or if I didn't happen to be in Japan that summer, like I would have never thought about like getting a diamond tennis bracelet, especially in Japan. And so just like all the stars aligned, but the owner of the company did catch wind that it was going to be my birthday this year, and he did send me some beautiful pieces as a birthday present from their newest collection release. And this collection release is so stunning, like I cannot even comprehend. So let me show you, because these are definitely going to be incorporated into my daily pieces again. So first off is this gorgeous diamond pendant. So this is a 1 carat diamond here, and then it actually has a pretty unique chain that I don't see anymore, but I believe this is called like a box chain. When I was younger, I absolutely loved box chains because they give like a really super modern and seamless finish to the chain. It's super sparkly and radiant. And oh my god, is that 1 carat just absolutely gorgeous. I will insert some close-ups so you guys can get a better look. but once again, the diamond is so radiant, and they've also included a ball chain, which is honestly, I feel like a must this day and age, but that just means that the chain here is adjustable, so you can pull and shorten and lengthen the chain by just pulling on that little ball there. It is quite lightweight, and I feel like it will be super comfortable on. So let me just put her on so you guys can see. Here they are on together. Absolutely stunning. And because this does have a ball chain that is adjustable, it makes the perfect layering piece. Of course, if you want to wear it alone, you can just lengthen the chain and have it a little bit more low hanging to create a statement in itself. But I really love the look of this together. I feel like almost like the little like Cheshire cat with this on. I think it is so feminine and so dainty. Like the way that it just kind of like dangles, glistens, and catches the light. It's just so beautiful. And of course, 1 carat is a substantial carat amount, so it's definitely going to be eye-catching without being like too much. This is definitely something that can be worn daily. It is made in solid white gold, so you don't have to have any worries about durability or longevity of this piece. Just from afar, I feel like this little pear diamond really even elevates my graph necklace. From afar, you can really, this I feel like stands out so much, especially if I'm walking in sunlight. I think that it will catch the attention of so many people, and I could not be happier to wear this piece out. I don't know if you guys know, but actually when I was picking out my engagement ring, I was also really attracted to the pear-shaped diamonds. I feel like pears, because of the cutting, even if it's a smaller carat, or for example, you can get like a larger, more like wow look from the same carat of pear versus like a same carat in the round. And generally, I feel like the pear shape is just so elegant. People have been wearing the pear shape for, I don't know, like centuries. It is so, so gorgeous. And I would love to know what you guys think. It is definitely going to be a favorite piece this year. Next up, going off of the pear theme, they did send me one of their new rings from their collection. And it is the most gorgeous ring ever. It features 2 diamonds that are about 0.75 carats each, totaling to 1.5 carats. And they're set in that really trending style right now. I believe it's called Trois Mois. I might be totally butchering the pronunciation, but that is the French word for me and you. And that is the name for the design that features 2 stones that are touching together, because it's supposed to be 2 stones that represent you and me. So lately I do feel like those kind of engagement rings, well, I do feel like they're kind of on the vintage side, honestly. I feel like they're making a comeback. Somebody I know recently got a Trois Mois ring as well, with these 2 huge gorgeous stones just like set right next to each other. And so after seeing that, I was really intrigued with that design, and I do feel like it's definitely more of a statement piece. And I obviously like really dainty jewelry. I prefer jewelry that's on the smaller side. I definitely like jewelry that flies a little bit more under the radar, but I thought that I should adventure out into something that's a little bit more statement and eye-catching, so I wanted to try this ring so badly, and when they sent it to me as a gift, I could not have been more excited. So this is what it looks like on. Absolutely gorgeous. I specifically wanted to wear this ring on my right ring finger because obviously my left is already occupied, and I have a good amount of rings for my right index finger and my left index finger, but I hadn't found a good white gold ring to wear on my right ring finger yet. And I feel like I hadn't found a good one because I find it sometimes a little bit difficult to get a ring that looks really good, because I feel like when I wear rings on my right ring finger in particular, it always tends to slant a little bit. And I feel like it's just because like my pinky is like lower than my other hands. Like obviously there's like a natural slant to it, and I feel like on my other fingers it's not as noticeable, but for some reason on my right ring finger it is noticeable. So let me try and demonstrate with my other ring here. I don't know if this is a great example or not, but I do feel like my rings tend to like just kind of like fall a little bit on this side, and so I saw this particular ring that Sakura Hoseki has made, and even with the slight tilt, I actually find that it's so beautiful because then the diamonds just have like this kind of natural tilt to them, which works so well with this particular setting of the diamonds. So if the ring is straight on my finger, it does have just a little bit more of like a geometric uniform appearance, but honestly I do prefer when it slants a little bit because I feel like there's just a little bit more of like an elegant flow to the diamonds. And then lastly, on the kind of theme of trying out a new diamond shapes, because obviously I have like a lot of round diamonds already, I'm exploring these gorgeous pear diamonds. They also sent me a gorgeous new pair of diamond studs, These are of an emerald cut. These emerald cuts are so gorgeous, and I'm really excited about wearing these because I do feel like they give a slightly different vibe whether you wear the long side facing down or the short side of the emerald facing down, so you can get a couple of different looks with wearing just one pair of studs. As part of their new line as well, they also have these really cute little heart-shaped earrings as well, but I did feel like the heart-shaped looked a little bit too close to my round diamond studs that I had already, so I definitely wanted to try a strikingly different shape. And I have always been fascinated with emerald cuts. I've really been fascinated with radiant cuts as well. I've been looking to get into some custom jewelry with those cuts as well. So I mean, I'm even just like staring into these diamonds and I am just mesmerized by how the facets of lighting create the depth in an emerald diamond. Here they are on. They are so elegant and so gorgeous, and I really like the idea of playing with the shape of a diamond for what is otherwise a very basic and very daily piece. Most girls have a simple pair of like round diamond studs in their jewelry collection, but definitely to spice things up, you can get that same look, which is a diamond stud that you can wear daily, but just by changing the shape, I feel like brings a lot more excitement and a lot more style to your look. Obviously, with a different cut, the light reflects differently within the diamond. It definitely gives a different vibe. So I would love to know down in the comments what cut of diamond is your favorite. So next up is something that I picked up from Hermes, just a tiny little thing that I just popped by when I was getting the rest of my birthday presents from Van Cleef & Graf. It's in this tiny little, I don't know even what you call it, paper bag here, but I ended up picking up the cutest little strap for my Cape Cod watch. So this is an alligator skin. I believe the color is just blanc. And when I picked this up, they had so many pretty colors to choose from, but you guys know me. I am so like, I'm not anti-color because I love color, but whenever I have the choice, I always gravitate towards the most neutral colors, so I ended up picking the white, but I was so torn because there was a really pretty one in Mauve Pale, which is one of my favorite Hermes colors, and they had another one that was in Blue Broom, which is another one of my favorite colors. But honestly, when I put the Blue Broom against my skin tone, it didn't look like that good for some reason, so I ended up just going for the white because the white looks so bright, fresh, beautiful for the summer. So I have my Cape Cod watch here, so you can kind of just imagine what it would look like. It just gives a little bit more of like, I don't know, like a fresh, innocent feeling. I don't exactly know how to describe it. I'm not super sure how to change the strap actually, so I think I might just bring it in just to make sure that I don't mess anything up. I feel like I could figure it out. I'm sure there's like tutorials online, but just in case, I think just next time I pop into the boutique, I will just have them change out the strap for me. One thing that I did notice though is like my white gaiter is already kind of changing colors. Like it looks a little bit almost like dirty, I want to say, but I'm not sure if that's just how croc kind of ages. I did ask my SA and I did see online that especially like with white, sorry, not croc, alligator, that it can naturally fade into a bit of a yellowish color. So I'm going to look at different ways to clean it. If you have any suggestions, I would love to know down in the comments if you have any particular way of cleaning your exotic leathers. But otherwise, like from afar, you cannot tell. Obviously, when it's going on my wrist, it's bound to get a little dirty anyway. I'm not really fussy like that, so I'm probably just gonna pop it on. I do not really care that much, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but I have a very exciting unboxing video coming to you guys very soon. I have my video schedule already planned out for a little bit, so I don't exactly know when that video will come out, but just, you know, make sure you hit that bell notification. I normally don't ask people to subscribe or put the bell notification on, but like if you guys are wanting to be one of the first to know, just make sure that that is turned on. But yeah, I'm really excited to change out the strap. Definitely before I go to Korea, I will need this changed out. If I don't have time to pop into the boutique, I'll figure it out somehow. It doesn't seem that difficult. I was also pleasantly surprised because I do feel like the straps are like a good price. I don't even know what a good price is anymore really at Hermes, but the strap was $450. So, you know, it's not cheap by any means, but I did expect alligator, you know, like an exotic skin, to be a little bit more expensive than that. So I was pretty happy with that price. I just picked it up like super quick, said hi to my SA since it was my birthday, and that was that. Okay, so that wraps a lot of the main gifts that I received this year. Again, so thankful. I do have to wrap up the rest of the gifts I received this year, but they are a little bit more miscellaneous, but we'll just go through them super quickly. So as you can see behind me, I have so many coffee bags, and they are all Erewhon coffee beans. Oh my gosh. So these are the Erewhon organic coffee beans. This is particularly the espresso roast. So Erewhon has both this like black bag and they also have a white bag, which I believe is a more medium roast. I love making my coffee at home. I love espresso, so I always go for like the darker espresso. It has hazelnut, apricot, and chocolate flavors. And I got a bag when I went down to LA at the beginning of March, and I like crushed that bag. It was so delicious. And so I did get some more beans, and I'm so pleasantly surprised to figure out that Erewhon ships across the country. So if there are things that you want to buy from Erewhon, and obviously you can't go to LA all the time, you can go on and ship. They don't have everything to ship. It's mainly like the dry goods / pantry items, but for the most part, I feel like their kind of signature Erewhon stuff is available to ship. I drink so much coffee in the morning these days because I'm so tired and so busy. I've been getting up very early, and like I said, I really enjoy drinking coffee at home. And these beans in particular are just delicious to me. I am by no means a coffee connoisseur, but for me personally, what I look for in a coffee is like a really nice, rich flavor. I don't like bitterness. I don't like sourness. I want the coffee to be as smooth as possible. I typically also drink my coffees in a latte. And so if the coffee, like with my latte blend, just tastes perfect, like I know that that is the roast for me. And there's a couple of local coffee shops in SF that I do like to go get beans from, but it is a little bit more annoying because I have to like drive to the coffee house. Sometimes the beans that I want are already sold out. So honestly, Erewhon is like on par with those prices. I think these are like $24 a bag, which at like other artisanal coffee shops, I feel like it ranges from $20 to $25 anyways. It's right on par. Ships for free. So I mean, if you buy enough coffee beans, it ships for free. And so I feel like this will just honestly be like my go-to one to always have on stock in my pantry. Of course, I do like to try different coffee beans when I go to a particular coffee shop that I really like, so I will continue to do that. But if you are looking for just a good standard, you know, this is going to be a good cup of coffee beans, Erewhon is something that I would highly recommend. I really, really, really like their coffee. All right, and then lastly, I have a grab bag of items. So as you can see, if you guys can see over here too, I have some figurines set up. So I have a few friends who love Popmart, who love collecting figurines like Sunny Angels and all that stuff. And because of them, I feel like I've also kind of been getting into it. Definitely nowhere near the level of scale or dedication and love that they have, I feel like, but there are some particular figurines that I also really enjoy. For example, I have a lot of my like little Labubus and I dress them up and I think they're so cute. And there have been a couple of other releases recently that I've also thought were so cute, so I've gotten some pieces as gifts. So let's just go through them all. So let me go through the other miscellaneous stuff first. So first of all, I got the cutest Titleist cap. So as I got my golf clubs, I also got this cap. Matthew just picked it up for me. You guys know I love light blue, so this is like my dream cap next to my Blogilates. They're both just beautiful light colors for summer. And this is so cute. And for both of the caps, the main attraction point is in the back. So like I said, the Blogilates cap is specifically designed for like high ponytails, which I think is so cute. This one obviously has the cutest little bow detailing back here. So, you know, when you get your cute little Instagram shot from the back, like this little ribbon is going to be popping out. It's also really nice because it has a good amount of ventilation. That golf bag that I mentioned from Titleist that I also really wanted to pick up is basically the same color as this cap. So I hope you guys can understand why I was so tempted to get that, because I think this color is absolutely gorgeous. Next up, I got the cutest little cinema roll accessories. So probably new to my YouTube channel. I've only mentioned it maybe on my Instagram a couple of times, but I've been playing this Switch game called Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's very reminiscent of Animal Crossing, but basically the characters are just like well-known established Sanrio characters. It's also kind of a cross between Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, I feel like. So if you are into like those really relaxing games, honestly highly recommend Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It does sound childish, but it's just like a nice way to de-stress after like a long day. You kind of just like run around, you learn some Sanrio lore. It's so cute. So my friends know that I have been kind of loving that game, and I love anything cinema roll related. So I got a cute little face wash towel to hold up my hair, which I actually really needed a new one because my other one is a little bit ratty. So perfect for that. And then I also got this. It is an AirTag holder. Oh, so cute. I think this will be perfect to actually like hang on my suitcases when I travel. Just pop a little AirTag in because I hear that's pretty popular these days because it's not like an unknown or like a rare thing these days, I feel like, to lose luggage. So I think I will just pop those on when I travel, and I'm so grateful for those gifts. Okay, next up, if you guys can look, crazy. So I got gifted so many little bag charms and plushies. Most of them are from Popmart. Some of them are from like Miniso. Let's go through them all one by one. So some of them I also got myself because they're so freaking cute. Number one. Oh my god. This is from the recent Disney Demo release from Popmart. So Popmart already had an established Demo collection. It's like this like little boy. I was not into any of the previous collections, but when they did the Disney collection, how freaking cute is this? And I thought it was honestly fate because I recently went to Disney, as you guys know, and I recently got this cute little Chippendale. Like, they have like these shoulder plushies. Basically, they're like magnetic things. So you put this underneath your shirt and then this guy like sits on your shoulder. And I thought it was like the funniest thing ever. So I bought this when I was at Disney. And I wanted to also get these to put on Bori later for like a Halloween costume. Because honestly, he kind of looks like a squirrel sometimes. I think it's so funny. So then I also, after buying this, I ran into like the Chippendale mascot. And I took a photo with him. And I was like, I don't even like Chippendale. Like, why is all this Chippendale stuff happening to me recently? And then literally when I got back, they like released this collection of the Demu Disney, and then Chippendale happened to be the cutest one. So like, how could I not get him? Oh my god, he is so freaking adorable. I think also like Halloween, when I dress Bori up as like Chippendale, I'm gonna attach this one to his leash as well. How stinking cute. And I actually also just bought the Daisy one because that one is also so cute. She's in transit to me, so I got her resale. But Chip, oh, so cute. I kind of have like matching green right here. Next up, another Labubu. I honestly feel like this will be my last Labubu because I'm kind of like getting off the Labubu train. I think they're cute, but like after seeing something like this guy, I do feel like my Demu is cuter than my Labubu. But this was gifted to me by Matthew's little brother because him and his girlfriend were in France for vacation, and apparently the France Pop Marts, there's quite a few, and they're way less popular than the ones in America because, you know, in America you gotta line up like at 5 a.m. to get your hands on something like a Labubu. The Fallen Wild collection has been sold out for so long in America too, but he said he literally just walked into one of the France Pop Marts, I think it was in Paris, and there were like boxes on boxes of them, and so he just bought one for me, and I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. It is so cute. You guys know I'm a little horse girl, a country girl at heart, went to college in the South too, so me and this little Fallen Wild Labubu just get along so well. Next up, my latest obsession as well. Cry babies. I do have to say, I'm like not a true fan, like in any sense, because I'm always a hater to begin with. When Labubus came out, I thought they were like the ugliest thing ever. I hated them. When Crybabies came out, I thought they were so freaking ugly. I hated them. And then after being just brainwashed on social media, I'm like, God, these are the cutest things ever. So I ended up picking up 2 blind boxes around my birthday. I ended up getting the Alice and also the duck. I think the Alice is pretty cute. I did really want that pink bunny one, but I'm not going to buy any more. I don't know what to do with all of these. I just have them kind of sitting around or on display. I do honestly feel like they're a little bit wasteful because obviously with the blind box kind of business system, you can't always get what you want, and so you keep buying because you want to get the one that you want. So I do feel like I'm really not going to be indulging in that anymore because I have an ungodly amount of bag charms. I do think that they're cute, but I'll probably just be giving a lot of them away. I have been giving away my a lot of the Labubus that I have. I gave away some of my other bag charms as well, just to like my friends or like my sales associates as well. So I'm glad I had like that dopamine rush of being able to open up these guys and enjoy them for a little bit, but I'm always happy to give away ones that other people want more than me. And then following my Sanrio obsession, my friend gifted me these. These are also part of blind boxes, but they're so cute. They're like these little clock charms. So basically, for example, this one is my cinema roll one. You can twist this. You can see the clock thing kind of going crazy in the background, and this little front part is like magnetic, so you can take it off. But for these bag charms in particular, I really like the coloring that all of the charms come in. So they have like this really cute like metallic sheen on them. So obviously the cinnamon roll has this really pretty metallic blue. The Choco has this gorgeous little mint green. And then the Keroppi has kind of like this lime minty green as well. All so cute. I don't really know what I'm going to put them on. I do feel like maybe I'll put the cinnamon roll on my golf bag actually, because I think so cute, but again, so grateful, and my friends are always so funny and thoughtful in their gifts. Okay, and then these ones I'm just gonna rush through. So I think these ones are mini-so maybe. Again, more Sanrio cute little charms, and then this one is like a My Melody and a cute little pajama set. Again, these are all like blind boxes. And then this one is also so cute. I said Matthew should put this one on his golf bag, but again, so cute. And once again, thank you to all my friends for just gifting me so many bag charms. I will never have an issue with accessorizing any of my bags. And then of course have to give a little cute shout out. So I got some of these little Sanrio charms from one of my friends as well. And these are figurines. So I'm actually not really into figurines, or I've never had any in the past previously, but some of my friends are really into it and I think they are so cute. So I've lined up my little Sanrio family figurines in front of my TV. They look so cute. And then also I got some Miffy figurines as well. These ones are adorable. I really like Miffy as well. Anytime I go to Japan, I try to go look at Miffy, and I definitely want to visit like the Netherlands and Denmark and all that stuff so I can get some more Miffy products. But these ones are so cute. They give a kind of Asian vibe as well, which is kind of interesting. And then this one, which is slightly fluffier than the other ones. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit suede. This one has a 1 in 96 chance of pulling, and I pulled it. So a lot of luck on my birthday this year. And then lastly, to wrap up this long birthday haul, this is definitely longer than I intended it to be, but I got 2 extra special figurines. So this one again is one of the Crybaby series. It's in all blue, which you guys know blue is my favorite color. So cute, and it has like a little party hat too for like my birthday, so I was super excited to pull this one in a blind box. And then lastly, my friend got this one for me specifically. This one was like a resale item, so she knew that she could get this one. But this is, I think the line is called Kubo, but it is a Shiba Inu figurine. It's a little boy with just like that just bombastic side eye with the cutest little Shiba tail. He's holding a little lunchbox. And this is like, if Bori was a human, this is definitely what he would look like. I don't know if you guys have seen, but you can ask ChatGPT to make your pet into a human. And there have been some crazy images resulting from it. And I honestly feel like, oh, ChatGPT, can you make Bori into a human? This is what he would look like. Just a disobedient little boy. You know, that's what Bori is. Okay, but that brings me to wrap on my birthday haul part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit chaotic, and I was pretty much just like laughing at all my gifts because I thought all of them were so sweet, so funny, and so generous. Once again, I am just so grateful to have people in my life who are willing to celebrate my birthday with me and to make every year so special. I have some very exciting videos coming up, so hopefully you guys stay tuned. I'm very sorry about the upload schedule. I am just so incredibly busy at work, so I honestly have no time to think about YouTube, but I'm trying my best to get things moving along at a reasonable pace. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye guys!